This is the all-new Rimac C Two, and it's the world's most powerful electric car. And here's the car wow top 10 things you need to know about it. With that guy somehow in frame. Still in frame, but let's go on. So this is an all-new car over the Concept 1, so you've got a new chassis, you've got new motors, you've got new batteries. Essentially, everything you see here is new. So as you can see, this car has a carbon fibre chassis, and that helps keep the weight down. However, it still weighs in at 1,950 kilos, which is slightly more than the old Rimac 1, which had an aluminium chassis. Why is that? Well, it's because this car has a bigger battery. Electric batteries weigh quite a lot. Now what you see here is the layout of the car's batteries, a 120 kilowatt system. So remember, a Tesla P100D has a 100 kilowatt hour system. In terms of range, should be able to do about 400 miles out of it. And to charge it, you can charge it to 80% full in 30 minutes on a rapid charger. If you're doing a normal plug, it's going to take about 24 hours. What we have here are the car's electric motors, so there's one for each wheel. These are the ones for the rear, there's two more at the front, and they can operate independently for torque vectoring, for maximum grip. They can actually turn the wheels at 100 times a second, and they can turn in different directions as the car chooses, so it could actually turn on the spot like a tank. So let's talk about the performance. This car has 1,914 horsepower. 1914, that's actually a very unlucky number for Europe. It's not unlucky for this car though, so it enables it to go from 0 to 60 in just 1.85 seconds. It'll do the standing quarter in 9 seconds and top out at 258 miles an hour. You can specify this car with carbon fibre wheels. Now they're not just for show, you know, they're actually specifically designed for aerodynamics and to improve cooling into the brakes, which are actually made by Brembo, and they're huge. Right, you want to know about the price? Well, when this car goes on sale in 2020, it's going to set you back at least 1.7 million euros. Only 150 will be built though, so that's a consolation. Now, if you click on the pop-out banner, the top right-hand corner of the screen, or on the link below the video, you can go to carwow.com to see how much you can save on a new car. But don't expect to find the Rimac available there. Most of the cars, though, just not this. There's lots of active aerodynamics on this car, so this middle section of the front can actually rotate to improve or reduce downforce. You've also got a similar system on the back, and the rear wing can actually pop up to act as an air brake. This car has so much tech in it. Now you've got a main central screen, you've got a screen for the driver, there's a screen for the passenger like you can get in certain Ferraris. There's little screens on the dials for things like the driving modes. And then there's the other technology. For instance, it's ready for level 4 autonomy, which means it should be able to pretty much drive itself on the motorway, change lanes and do all that. But it can go on better. It can actually act as a racing instructor. So you could take it to a track such as Spa, it will know the circuit and be able to drive you round itself. Or if you don't want to be driven around yourself, it will just give you some little inputs on the brakes and the steering and some audible instruction to make sure you can get the most out of your lap times. Now that's autonomous driving that I like the sound of. Now the tech list of this car just goes on and on and on. For instance, it can actually sense the weather and will adjust the driving modes accordingly if you want it to. And then there's the way of getting into it and starting it. It uses facial recognition. How 2020 is that? I feel silly on this turntable, just going round like an idiot. Round and round and round, very slowly. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and click on our logo underneath there to subscribe. Diagonal down there to watch another video, or across there to choose and buy a car by going through to carwow.com. So much you can save on a new car.